Hey you guys, I'm Brian Paul, and it's time for some more PlayStation VR breaking news. For everyone waiting for PlayStation VR2 news, 2021 was pretty painful. The year started off so promising, with a PlayStation blog article announcing that the next generation of PSVR was indeed coming. Then just a month later, Sony actually showed off what seemed like pretty final designs for the PSVR2 controllers, with photos and details regarding the inclusion of haptic feedback, adaptive triggers, and more. During an interview with GQ at the end of February, Jim Ryan said that dev kits were about to go out. And then, crickets. All year long, Sony said nothing publicly about PSVR2 at all. The only real news since then was when Without Parole managed to sneak into a virtual dev summit at the beginning of August, where Sony talked pretty openly about the specs of their new headset. And of course, we told you everything we found out. Well, it's January 3rd, 2022, and Sony has been quiet for almost a full year now. It's obvious to anyone paying attention that PSVR2 was likely meant to be a holiday 2021 release, but with chip shortages limiting the number of PlayStation 5s the company could manufacture, things changed. You simply can't release a peripheral for a console that no one can get their hands on. Luckily, PlayStation 5s are starting to get a little bit easier to find, and Sony knows that the time to release PSVR2 is rapidly approaching. All of this brings us to a Chinese production company called Goertek. Goertek was heavily involved in the integration and design of the Quest 2 XR2 Snapdragon chip, and their factories were responsible for producing many of the 10 million Quest 2 headsets that shipped last year, a feat that really can't be ignored in today's turbulent manufacturing climate. So when a credible Chinese analyst known as the Black Sheriff 008 revealed on the website shuaichu.com that a well-known Japanese console manufacturer has placed an order for their new headset with the Goertek production company, it's not exactly hard to start putting the pieces together and deduce that he's talking about Sony and the NGVR, or PlayStation VR2. The article goes on to state that Goertek will be helping the same Japanese company to produce more of their consoles this year in an effort to start meeting demand, which means the PlayStation 5 should be easier to find relatively soon. So what does this all mean for us, the gamers? Well, a few things actually. First, the release date of NGVR could be sooner than some people expected. It sounds like they're shooting to have 1 to 2 million headsets available at launch, and if the manufacturing is to begin soon, as the Shuaichu article suggests, we could be seeing Sony's next headset sooner rather than later. The other part of this is that if NGVR enters mass production, it's going to be half impossible for Sony to prevent photographs and leaks from the production line hitting the internet en masse, which means if Sony wants to get ahead of the leaks and control the messaging, that the long-awaited PSVR2 reveal event could be right around the corner, something we've been awaiting patiently for over a year now. In other words, it's all finally happening, and we should be hearing something from Sony relatively soon. Alright you guys, it's all the breaking news I have for you today, but make sure you subscribe to the channel so you can stay up to date with all the latest PlayStation VR reviews, Let's Plays, podcasts, and of course breaking news. As always, I'm Brian Paul, and I love you all.